follow the money. Signed into law by Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom in 2020.
We do not imitate, for we are a model to the world.
After a Democratic supermajority passed it through the legislature.
Ayes 52, noes 9, Senate amendments are concurred in.
The task force was established to study whether California owes black residents reparations for unjust government actions. So, to develop proposals for eligibility and compensation during dozens of public hearings. Passionate public comment.
You can never repay for the damage that has been done to black people in America.
We have developed it.
So he said, you can never repay that what been done to blacks or the so-called children of Israel in America, right? So this is what happened to us when we came to this side, you know, under the curses of the Most High. He said, and it's all because of us and our forefathers being disobedient, right? So he said, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart, right? Because we're the astonishment to other nations, right? When they look at us and look at the state that majority of our nation of people are in, you know, it's an astonishment. It said, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind grope in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. You see that? So this is why the children of Israel in 2023 is still fighting for reparations for what the so-called Edomites or whites have done to us and our people. You see? So the Lord said we will not prosper in our ways. You know, some of us are doing better than others, but as far as owning anything, the Lord said that will not happen. And even if it did happen, you still would have to go to your enemies or to the so-called people who oppress you for everything. It says, and thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. See that? So most of our forefathers, when they came to America, they was the so-called Edomites raped the women, butt broke men in front of the kids and everything. You see, so this is all the trauma that the children of Israel was forced under or had to face, you know, in America. It says, thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. Okay, so the Most High turned his people over to his enemies, so that they can return to the Most High. You know, this was all this was about. It say, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. You see, because our sons and daughters, or not our sons and daughters, but our ancestors were sold and given into another people for bondmen and bondwomen, right? Slave woman and slave man. And you know, your children were split up, and you didn't see your family no more. They was sent away to another land, or another state, or whatever, and you know, you never seen your kids anymore, your family anymore. It says, and we didn't have that might to get our kids back or get our family members back. It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. See? And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. And this is what's happening now. This is why in 2023, people are still fighting for reparations. You know, it says, the Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore. Excuse me. A sore botch that cannot be healed from thy sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee. See that? So another people was set over the children of Israel, wherever land they were scattered to, especially here in America. It say, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. So when the children of Israel came to America, they served another God, which was the God of so-called Jesus. Okay, here in America. Okay, and it says, let's jump over to 44, 28 and 44, and it says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. Okay, so most of us go to them for loans. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign. So these curses is going to be upon us for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Okay, so the children of Israel was going to always be cursed until the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHEM, YAHAWAHSHI return to gather his elect, his people, and take the curses off of them. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst. So when we need food, we have to go to our enemies. When we need water, we have to buy water from our enemies, or the Lord enemies, you know. And in nakedness, when we need clothes, we have to go to our enemies. And in want of all things, so anything that we need, we have to go to our enemies to get. We don't really own anything as far as, you know, the raw materials of making things, you know, of making anything. And he said, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. So that yoke of iron that they put on our mind now, you know, it's not on our neck, but the yoke of iron is on our mind now, because we've been destroyed already. So they removed the yoke of iron from our neck and just put now the yoke of iron is in our mind, because most of us, or some of us, are destroyed people. It said, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly. Okay, so this nation who the Lord has sent against the children of Israel represents the eagle. Okay, like America. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation whose fierce countenance which shall not regard the persons of old, or show favor to the young. So this is what happened to us for disobedience, you know, for our forefathers being disobedient and not listening to the Most High commandments and words.
We're actually going to get cash payments.
Yes, I do believe that people are actually going to get cash payments.
You ought to give God.